David Griffin in the house. I realized right now that I think I've been calling him MKS Songbird, but I think it's just MK Songbird. I think that's...
Well, you added an extra S. MK dot period S Songbird. It sounds more official.
One of our most loyal fans here, David. And I'm like, oh, MKS Songbird. I feel bad, and I apologize, MK. I apologize, my guy. I apologize. David, welcome to another TV talk for the people. Your Buffalo Bills won last night. I was going to text you, but I wanted to wait until the show because I knew that all last night you were probably celebrating. You threw Miles through a table. You crushed a bunch of buffalo wings. You proposed to Michelle again. I mean, it's a big win. 47-10 is a big win.
It was a big win at home. It feels good, but also being a Bills fan, it's early in the season. What really matters is December, January, so I hope we can keep this going. But I was very happy. I bought Miles' first Buffalo Bills jersey. It's a Josh Allen jersey. It's like a 3T. It's super cute on him. He was wearing that all day. Like, he knows, like, when I wear a hat like this, I say, "What is this, Miles?" And he looks, he says, "Football." Like, he knows it's football. I don't think he knows that he's a Bills fan or supposed to be, but he knows it's football. So that's good. It's a start for a 2-year-old. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. Hunter Gasaway just says Josh, and then the next chat, Allen. As a fellow Josh, it really does feel good to have another Josh doing good things with a football. It really does.
He seems like a good guy. He's in a relationship with a Marvel character, which is pretty cool. He seems down to earth. His dad's a farmer. He's from Fireball, California. His dad's I think a cantaloupe and pistachio farmer or something like that. Okay. So he's kind of a farm boy. I love his new Gatorade commercial.
Throw a pistachio, David. How far do you think you can throw a pistachio?
I don't know. They're a little light. They don't have a lot of weight. You need a little weight. I don't know.
Maybe more of a flick.
Maybe a flick. Yeah.
But the cantaloupe, on the other hand, I think is more of a push, like a shot. Push.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But also too, Josh, I have to say, congratulate your Steelers. You guys' defense is insane. I mean, TJ Watt, I love watching him play. You guys always get these gritty wins. You're great coaching always. So congrats. We are one of the 5 teams in the NFL, the Pittsburgh Steelers and Buffalo Bills, that are 5-0. So good on us. Good on our team.
Feeling pretty good about them, David. I'm very nervous because it seems like every person on the planet is getting hurt this year. And that's just football, right? Mm-hmm. I think and I love football. And so, it's just a part of it. I wish I loved a sport that injuries weren't as prevalent. I wish that, you played week in and week out and you really didn't have to worry about injuries. But in today's NFL, they're stronger, they're faster, they're all the things. And every time some crazy play happens, I'm just going like, "Oh, please, TJ, don't be hurt, don't be hurt, don't be hurt." Okay, good. All right, get him. He's back up. All right, he's back up. Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's a scary sport. Yeah. Every week, every time. I'm glad Josh, because of I think his left hand is a little banged up from the first week. So he's sliding now, or he does it more of a roll. He kind of just falls and rolls down. He doesn't do like he doesn't have the Shohei Ohtani slide. I'm not I dabble in a little bit of baseball, especially with what Shohei's doing. I'm watching the highlights. Yeah. I've never seen anybody slide so smoothly. Yeah. I don't know how he does that. Like, Josh Allen needs to take some lessons from Shohei. He slides like 6 feet. I don't know how he does it.
It's graceful. It's almost like it's almost like he's sliding on ice. David. Yeah. It's almost like they let down all of his betting slips for all those bets, and he just slid right across them. No, I don't. I think that what he did this season, gambling or not, to be the first one ever in the 50-50 club, and if some crazy things happen, maybe the only one in the 56 club, or I don't know if he'll get to 60-60. I mean, the Dodgers might lose in the playoffs.
They're running out of game. Yeah, they'll probably lose in the first round. That's what usually happens. Yeah, they'll lose in the first round. It's okay. Also, though, too, we're going to talk about this week. Is there how many? No, just one. I was going to say there's a lot of sports stories out right now, but there's some new sports stories that we're watching right now, Josh. We got the Aaron Hernandez. I saw you did a little review of it before, but I've seen the first 2 episodes as well, so we can talk about that. It's always good to have I love biopics, like good sports stories.
I really think, with all of these streaming platforms, that there needs to be more like scripted sports TV, like a scripted sports sitcom, a scripted sports drama, and then all the documentaries about everything, because I will consume it. And I know a lot of the sports watching public will. And I feel like we could do these on minimal budgets and still produce a lot of them, and then just make that the streaming platform. Just make that it.
Yeah, because I mean, watching, some people are asking about the Aaron Hernandez. Watching that, I don't think the budget was huge for that show. I mean, compared to something like, it's a Hulu FX collaboration, so compared to something like Shogun, the budget I'm sure was half of what Shogun's was. But it's a sports, drama biopic. So you're like, I'll watch it. It's entertaining. Sure. I mean, even if it's not that great, I'll still tune in.
And good to see everybody in chat. Jonathan Peck, B. Howe, Kingsport Cow, Miss Lenore Dixon. Hi. Leo says, must we talk about the Ryan Murphy controversy? What is the Ryan Murphy controversy?
So what's going on right now, Leo, you probably know more than we do. But what I've seen is the Menendez brothers are not happy with the adaptation that's going on right now on Netflix, the Monsters. Ryan Murphy did the first season, which was called Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer, story. Now they're doing Monsters, plural, with Lyle and Eric Menendez. They had been in prison for the past 35 years. Now, Ryan Murphy.
Are they getting out?
No, they're not getting out. I think Kim Kardashian's meeting with them, so who knows? Kim can probably get them out if she wants to.
I swear
but
to God.
No, probably not. Yeah. But Ryan Murphy fired back today or yesterday. He was interviewed recently, and he said he doesn't even think Lyle and Eric have seen this series. I don't know if they're lifetime guys with no parole. I don't know what their access is to Hulu. Maybe they can watch Hulu. I don't know the prison system. I don't know how that works. But Ryan Murphy was like, they probably haven't even seen it. So Ryan kind of clapped back, and it's like, you guys are accusing me of this, and you probably haven't even seen a single episode. So
I don't think they get like streaming services in prison. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because I don't think those guys are in like a medium security, or I think they're in like probably. I assume they're with the bad guys, the big boys, as you call them. Yeah,
our buddy Sebastian Fila, who's an absolute legend. We'll get to the Penguin.
Internet is available in prison, King. They have internet, so if they could get a cell phone, they could log in on their phone, and they could,
I mean, I would. I don't know a ton about the prison system, but
that's good, Josh. It's good that you don't know too much.
MKS Songbird says next season of Monster is going to be Charlie Hunnam as Ed Gein.
I saw that he was cast. Yeah,
Who's Ed Gein?
He was from the MK Songbird. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was like from the 1950s, wasn't he? He was like one of the. I don't want to call them OG serial killers, but I mean, I want to say it's probably not good to give them terms. But, I mean, he was like,
this guy's more like the legit OGs, dude.
Legit, no, but I think he's from the 1950s, 1960s, I think. But I haven't checked it out. But I saw Charlie Hunnam's going to be in it, so that's probably going to be an Emmy nomination for him. It seems like whenever you do these roles, Aaron, Peters from Jeffrey Dahmer, he was nominated, so it seems like it's probably an easy nomination, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, I guess that goes to my question then is like from the Aaron Hernandez thing. Let's talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the legal ramifications are and what your protections are as a showrunner in something like this, where you are taking some legit artistic liberties. Okay, you're taking his gay relationship with his high school quarterback, and I know it's a Ryan Murphy show, and he loves to hit the sexual intrigue stuff, whether straight or gay. It's always a thing.
And that quarterback did come out and say that in the real, that whether that happened or not. Right. None of us were there, but I mean, he has come out and said that. But
yeah, and again, like, can Aaron Hernandez's estate sue for slander? I mean, the whole Cam Newton scene when he throws the laptop out of the thing. If I was Cam Newton's people, I'd be pissed about that too. Like, what are you allowed to show and do in these situations?
I think because now I'm pretty sure both of these series, the Menendez one and the Aaron Hernandez, are based off books, or they're loosely adapted off of things that have been chronicled about him. I think they have some leeway, some freedom, because I mean, we know Lyle and Eric, they were convicted. They did in fact kill their parents. So I don't think him showing that, it's not just like making a Jeffrey Dahmer series. It really happened. So right. I think they're fine. Now, all the other stuff that happened in between, and like, because those guys and that Eric and the Menendez, they're over the top. Same with the Hernandez story. Some of the stuff is pretty over the top, but I guess as long as it's not too far outside of left field, I think he can run with it as long as he wants to. I think. But that's a good question. We need a lawyer, a Hollywood lawyer.
Yeah,
here to explain that.
How do you? I mean, I need to know. Because if I was Aaron Hernandez's family, I'd be like, this sucks. I'm suing.
Yeah.
For like slander. I don't know. MK Songbird said it's based on a podcast series. I
Okay.
understand it's based on like things that people have said and done, but like I like the proof of all of this kind of stuff, unless it's like the person coming out and saying like I hate to use like the political thing, but like I approve this message, is like I approve this story and this is how it happened. You kind of, I guess, have to take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. And hey, Kate Von D, good to see you. And apparently Ed Hine is the guy that like dug up graves and made lampshades out of their skin or something.
And King's made a good point. That's what the movie Psycho was based off. I did hear about that. The movie Psycho was based off of the Charlie Hunnam character. So that's a thing. The only thing that gets me in these sports stories. So sorry, going back to the kind of jumping here, going back to the Aaron Hernandez, and it's just the casting. Like you can't. It's hard to find actors that are the same size as football players and are as good. But like when I saw Patrick Schwarzenegger, you know, who I actually liked, he was in the Gen V series, the Boys series, which I enjoyed him in that. But it's just, he doesn't, like, when I think of Tim Tebow, I don't think of Patrick Schwarzenegger. I'm just like, And Tebow is huge. Like, he's jacked. Like, he's a thick dude. And even seeing the actor who played Cam Newton is a giant. I think he might be bigger than Josh Allen or about the same size, 6'5", like huge dude.
I met Cam Newton in Fan Control Football, and I went to give him the bro hug, and he hit my hand so hard, dude, that it hit, like, he went for the bro, and like he slapped my hand so hard that my hand hurt for like an hour.
Yeah, they're big dudes.
Big man. Like my buddy was almost like run over by Tyreek Hill. When you see Tyreek Hill's speed in person, it's just different. When you see the size of these NFL players in person, it's different.
Yeah,
it's just different. Even a guy like Austin Eckler, who for all intents and purposes is relatively small for an NFL running back, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's a tank. He's as wide as he is tall almost. I mean, he's just gigantic. He's huge. But I think from the Aaron Hernandez thing too is I think the kid who plays him does a pretty good job.
He's my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
He's my favorite part.
He's got the look. He's got the facial expressions.
Great smile. When he smiles, he's got a great smile.
But if I'm Urban Meyer, I am suing FX Hulu. Boy, they make him look like a snake oil salesman.
Even like the eyeliner, like I think of Urban Meyer. I mean, maybe he did have eyeliner, but I don't think of eyeliner when I think of Urban Meyer. Like even his look was off. I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't get that.
Urban Meyerliner. No, that actor deserves some recognition in the case of like you do a pretty good like snaky college football coach.
Yeah.
Right.
He does. Yeah.
And I guess after Urban, everything that happened in Jacksonville and how shitty his tenure was there. I mean, he did do great things coaching wise and like winning wise with Florida and then Ohio State. Right. I don't know. I guess it is fair to say that he probably isn't like the best dude.
No.
But
so not.
I don't know, but I am intrigued by this show. I do like the idea of like American sports story, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy, I don't watch all of his stuff. That's research. I don't watch like the American Horror Stories of the world. And I don't watch, what's the other one?
Well, he's got a new series coming out. I think it's from him, that Grotesque.
They were just saying Travis Kelce's in it.
Yeah, he has I don't think it's a huge role, but yeah, he's in there. What's her name? I'm always mispronouncing. Is it Niecy Nash?
Niecy Nash,
Niecy Nash. I think she's the lead in that.
She's one of the more rude people I've ever had the chance.
Really? Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
She was kind of terrible. But yeah, I don't know. I will continue to watch, and I'll watch till the end because I'm looking forward to seeing the Patriot times and where this goes with his Florida stuff, and how they actually portray and what they do with the the actual murder. So
yeah, and same with me. I'm going to keep watching. Going to talking about I'm getting the Menendez brothers. I'm going to keep watching that because I am curious because it's kind of a fascinating story, not because of all the over the topness of it, but just because of the whole killing the parents thing, because of allegedly or what they did do, and how horrible they were. Of course, you just can't go around killing people, and if they are bad to you, there are penalties and crimes for that. But you think about somebody like Gypsy Rose, who, granted, she didn't actually do the deed, so to speak, but she was very, it was the reason why her mom died. And she was, again, not a great mom, but you can't go around killing people. But she got off in a matter of years. And now she's like hanging out with Kim Kardashian. She has deals. She's living the celebrity spotlight. And it's like, but I wonder if the Menendez brothers, if that would have happened now with everything, with social media, with all this stuff, like I wonder if they would have received. I'm curious how that when we get to the sentencing part of it, I haven't finished it yet. I'm curious to see how Ryan Murphy shows that. Like if he's going to have some sympathy for him, because so far the first couple episodes, they don't look good. They don't look great. Yeah, they're not making them very sympathetic. But I need to go further in this series because I love Javier Bardem. He's awesome. He's such a force. So I'm curious as we get more of a backstory on how he was as a dad and how the mom was. I'm curious to learn more about that. But it's a fascinating story.
I'll give this Menendez brothers show a chance then.
It's a bit melodramatic. It's a little metal. I mean, like the one guy who's playing Lyle at every scene, he's just at 100 all the time. The kid with he's got the toupee. I don't know if you've, but yeah, he's just a little bit. He's at 100. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay. Hunter Gasaway says Travis Kelce is apparently in over half the episodes of Grotesquerie.
Oh wow. Okay.
Is Taylor Swift in it?
Maybe she has a song in there. It'll be a song. I don't know.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. If this is your first time watching TV Talk or your first time on the channel, thank you. I hope you if you want to support the show, you can super chat, you can Streamlab. The Streamlab is pinned there. There's also all kinds of links in the description. David, let's talk about this Lanterns show on HBO.
Yes.
Kyle Chandler, who is the funking man, in my opinion. Love the guy. I loved him all the way from Morning Report or First AM. What was that show called? With a cat, like he had there was like a CBS. What was that show called? You remember?
I saw that. I didn't really know much about him until Friday Night Lights. I think that was the first. And then once I saw that, then I started paying attention. He's one of the best. I hate saying TV actors because he's one of the best actors out there. Period. Like even when he's in a movie, he's great. So I think it was supposed to be Josh. It was supposed to be. Speaking of Josh's, it was supposed to be Josh Brolin. He was originally the front runner, but a report came out a week or two ago that Brolin turned it down. So I think that's a solid replacement. Kyle Chandler and Josh Brolin, I feel like they have very different personalities off screen, but I think acting wise, Chandler's just up there with Brolin. I mean, he can.
Agreed.
Can do this. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen something with him that I don't like. Right.
Agreed. Yeah.
And I mean, Friday Night Lights is an all-time show.
Oh, Bloodline, Josh. Remember Bloodline on Netflix with Chandler?
Yes.
That was good. Bloodline.
Yes. Oh man. Early edition. That was he remembers that. Thanks, Jeremy Wise. Early edition. I remember that show as a kid on CBS. Yes, early edition. And he would like get this paper, and basically he had to stop the headlines from happening in that paper. From like the paper would be from like the future. And it was sort of like a reverse quantum leap where he would have to, okay. And so he's Hal Jordan. So Hal Jordan is going to be like the older person. He's going to be like the previous Lantern. And then Jon Stewart's going to come in after hosting the Daily Show. And he's going to be the next Lantern.
Yeah. So I don't think we have new recruit. So per the log line, this little synopsis they have, new recruit Stewart and Lantern legend Jordan are two intergalactic cops drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. So it's going to be a small town story, which I like. A murder. I like the doing because Green Lantern like mythology is galactic. Like it's big universe, space opera, sci-fi stuff. So the fact they're doing a murder mystery in small town America, I love that. That's a great way to introduce people to the character if they're not familiar with, instead of just going straight into space. Yeah.
Start small, get big.
Start small. Yep. Yes.
Start small, get big.
And also, Damon Lindelof is one of the executive producers. So
I was going to say this feels very Lindelof-y. It's got to be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter Gasway says, "Fingers crossed for Aaron Pierre for Jon Stewart."
Did you watch that, John? Did you watch Rebel Ridge on Netflix? That's Aaron Pierre. Have you seen that action movie with Don Johnson?
No, not yet, but everybody keeps telling me I got to watch this.
You should watch it. I mean, it's super straightforward. Guy walks into a small town, corrupt cop story, but Aaron Pierre's
Okay.
having a bit of a moment right now, and he's going to be the voice of Mufasa in the upcoming Barry Jenkins Disney movie. So Aaron Pierre's having a moment right now. Josh, keep it on TV. Several years ago, I think it was back in 2017, I interviewed Aaron Pierre for a show called Krypton. I got to go on a set visit to Belfast, Ireland, which was really cool. And I was at IGN, and I got to interview. I mean, no one knew who Aaron Pierre was. Like, I got to interview the guy. He wasn't even the lead. And I was like, who's, I never heard of him, but he's having a moment right now, which is really cool.
I mean, sign me up for St. Pierre. Yeah. Okay. I'm in. Yeah, sure. Because I know that I'm in a very minority here. You know me, I like all the things, especially like the cheesy poppy things. So when people didn't like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern, I didn't know people didn't like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern until I started working at Collider. It was like I didn't know that people Wars prequels until I started working at Collider, right? I had no idea. Okay. So I'm excited to see them do something with the Green Lantern. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm excited about this kind of stuff, especially if it's going to be at HBO. They don't usually pick up things, right? They usually do them pretty good. So, okay.
We have a couple super chats, Josh. I'll come in.
Yeah, I was going to say, our buddy Wiley, Josh, did you finish Emily in Paris? Exciting ending for the next season. I did finish Emily in Paris. Amanda and I, this was not Amanda's favorite season, but I loved it. I love that there's like a Rome aspect now. I feel like they should change the name. Instead of Emily in Paris, they should call it Emily in Rome now for like the next season. And then if they go back to Paris, I will say that, and David, I'm sure you and Michelle don't watch the show, or you would have been chiming in at this point. But the love with the French chef Sebastian or Stefan or fucking something French. I don't like him anymore. I like the Italian guy. Maybe that's me because I'm Italian and I want the Italian guy to steal her heart. But this season had its ups and downs, but consistently the cheesiest, funniest, most poppy show on Netflix that people love to hate and hate to love. And I'm always here for it, man. I'm always here for it. I really think that I would thrive as a young European ad salesman in Paris and or Rome, but as a man.
It's then any show like that. So we watched the first couple seasons. So we stopped, not because we didn't like it, just because we got sidetracked right when, so she had the chef boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then when that business guy that she met randomly, I don't know if that's her boyfriend now, came into the picture.
Alfie. Yeah.
That's like the last season we saw. And then we didn't pick it up again. That's the last season we saw.
I think first met Alfie.
So 2? We saw season 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah. So you missed season 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And 4 just finished.
Yes. 4 just finished and it got renewed for a 5th.
Okay. So, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Kingsport Cal with a very solid question, David. And that question is Baby Come Back by Player a Yacht Rock song? To which I respond, yes. That is 100% a yacht rock song. It's one of if you were to make a playlist of about 30 to 40 yacht rock songs, it would definitely be in there. If you were to make a yacht rock playlist of 30 songs, it might even be in there. It might even be in a playlist of 20 songs. It is a top yacht rock classic. David, it goes a little bit like this. Baby, come back. You could blame it all on me.
I was wrong. Yeah, okay. I remember that
and
one.
I just can't live with it. Bum, 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 bum. Baby, come back. Woo!
What makes a song a yacht rock song? Like I've heard the genre. I wouldn't know. How do you, is it something that you would be on a yacht and listen to? Is that what makes it yacht rock?
Yeah, it's, in technical terms, David, it is the era of music from the mid to late 70s to the mid 80s that you would consider easy listening. And that would really accompany and create a soundtrack that would be great for an afternoon yachting, maybe a beach club, something smooth, something classic. I like to listen to it on the golf course, right? It keeps me in a good state of mind. It's just really, it makes you feel good. It makes you love good, and it makes you yacht good.
Okay.
As they say on
yacht rock,
as they say, David, it's yacht rock. Unless it's yacht rock. So
wow. Okay.
And Leo says Lily Collins is just adorable. You're not wrong, Leo. She is adorable. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. But yes, and there's your that's your yacht rocking. I mean, there needs. Do you remember Channel 101, David? That the
on DirecTV.
Pardon me.
Is it DirecTV?
No. It was a YouTube channel that was run by Dan Harmon. It was like a early web series days. And you can find it still on YouTube, I think. But they basically each month they would have these web series and they would premiere them, and then fans would vote to keep them for like the next month, and then they would have to make another one. And it was like a lot of like young comedians and writers and stuff came, but they did this thing called the Yacht Rock. It was like a Yacht Rock web series, and it was like Kenny like it was fake. They were guys like playing Kenny Loggins and whatever. It was a total spoof comedy, but that was like sort of the rebirth and where the term Yacht Rock kind of came from.
Okay.
But when you think of it, you think of like Christopher Cross and Ambrosia, Kenny Loggins, Michael McDonald might be the voice of Yacht Rock. It's the kind of music that Mark Ellis hates, even though I think that he actually enjoys it. So, yeah. And a special shout out to Mark Ellis, who unfortunately just his beloved dog Molly just passed away. So
I saw that. Yeah.
Just sending him good vibes, because Molly was a sweet dog. I don't know why I highlighted Xeno Hours chat, but I did. My computer is going so effing slow, and it is driving me bonkers, David.
Well, Josh, something else that happened, I was going to say last week, was the Emmys.
Yeah, let's talk about the Emmys. Let's talk about them.
I've not done this in a long time. I think because of the time of day it was on, at least for us on the West Coast, and what we were doing around the house. I watched most of it, surprisingly. Like, it was mostly background noise, but like I would listen, sit down. So actually I saw most of it. And I think for most of the awards, it went kind of the way people thought it was going to go. There were a few surprises. I think Hacks kind of stands out. I mean, Hacks is, Josh, I think you and I talk about it. It's a great show. Love Hacks. But I think a lot of people thought Bear, even though the Bear is a comedy series, still kind of makes me laugh. But Hacks beating the Bear was surprising.
Well, because I think this might have been their weakest season.
I would agree. Yeah. I think season 3. I think they had 3 seasons when they started. I think it was supposed to be 3, but because of its success, I think they because they're filming 3 and 4 somewhat back to back. So I think they stretched it a little, and it felt season 3. I think you could feel that stretch. I think we're gonna get all the resolution from season 3 and season 4, but you could kind of feel it. There were some standout episodes though.
Yeah, totally.
I'm blanking on I can't remember the names of the episode, but I love the episode with Jamie Lee Curtis and the daughter, like when she's giving birth, there were some incredible moments in season 3, but overall it wasn't as strong as 1 or 2 for sure.
Okay, so MK Songbird saying this most recent Emmys was for the 2nd season.
Oh, that's right. No, MK's right. He's right. Yeah, because the way remember we did that one time, we actually looked on the Emmy page and it explains the submission deadlines. Yeah. Songbird's right.
I would like them to even say though, like nominated The Bear season 2. Larry, like bomb season this, because that way we know, because the common person doesn't know. That's the problem with some of the Emmys in these awards is like, oh man, the Bear won again. Well, they're going to win, because I think season 2 was probably the best season. Maybe, I don't know, a little bit of it was the best season. I mean, overall, The Bear is like one very long movie. That's how they want it to be. The creators have even said that they want it to be a long movie. And so for me, it's not funny. It's not a funny show. There are funny moments. I think that I think that there should be, I think we've said this before, have your hour-long dramas and your half-hour-long like dramas, because it's a lot of not funny. Like I don't know. It's not a funny show.
No, The Bear is not. I don't think a Bear's like, oh, it's a comedy. Yeah, watch it. I mean, this new show, English Teacher, we're watching, Abbott Elementary, Friends. Funny, those are comedies. Yeah, not. Oh, you start watching it?
Yes.
English Teacher? Yeah. Good.
And David, that might be one of the best written shows, like comedy-wise, the quickness and like it's not like you're outwardly like joke, set up, joke, set up, joke. It's just a funny slice of life in this whole season, right? It's about as, funny joke wise as you got from like, say, a Veep. It's real
it's
quick.
very sharp. It is
very sharp. It's very quick. You know what it's like? Did you ever see that show, You're the Worst?
Yes, I did.
It's
With
like that.
Aya Cash. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like that. It has that kind of a vibe. It's that quick. It's not, I don't know. I just think it's so smart and it's so enjoyable. And I appreciate you like not forcing me, but like telling me to watch that, because nobody's marketing it. I don't see it anywhere. There's no ads for it. Nobody's promoting it.
And I think, not to get political, but the messaging's, I think, very inclusive to everybody. Like there's people in the show, because it takes place in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
So you have everybody from, the main teacher, who's probably a little more on the left. I love the physical education guy, who's probably a bit more on the right. Yep. But like they clash, and they don't talk about it as much, but they clash, but then they come together, and it has a positive message at the end, no matter what side of the fence that you're on. And I just think it's good messaging, and I think we kind of need more of that type of conversation nowadays, and less, combativeness. Yeah. I really love the way the show deals with the political aspects of things too. I just, every time I watch an episode like Abbott Elementary, I feel good. I laugh, you get a little emotional sometimes, and I feel good after each episode. I think Abbott does a great job, but I like English Teachers. It's a little bit more adult, more mature. They drop more F-bombs for sure. But I think they're both similar in that way. That's just all good feels.
Agreed. Hunter Gasway, the English Teacher is the funniest show I've seen in a while. I agree. Yeah. FX always kills it. My favorite people making TV from Wiley OFC. I kind of agree. I mean, I will say Apple TV and Hulu FX have really, their TV has become must watch.
They had the most Emmy wins. They beat Netflix and HBO, which is crazy. That's usually huge. HBO dominates. HBO had a ton of nominations, but in terms of actual wins, FX and Hulu, which is also now Disney, won. It was crazy. Yeah. Speaking of which, I was talking about the drama, the Emmys real quick. Shogun did really well. Awesome. Won Best Drama. You had Mariko, winning Best Actress, and it's just that all kind of went the way we thought it was going to go. Billy Crudup for the morning show. I know you don't really watch it. Michelle and I watch the morning show still. I like Billy Crudup. I was happy for him to win. He won for a supporting actor, which was good. Did you watch it that far, Josh? Morning show? Did you watch? Oh, Josh, can't hear you.
I haven't watched that in a long. No, I watched the first season. God, am I here? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Fucking internet.
It's a little delayed, but I can hear. I see you. You're moving.
I'm so angry right now. My computer, it's not even my internet. It's my computer. Right. It's like, it's all, anyway. I stopped watching morning show after season 1. I don't really have a good reason as to why. I just did.
Mm. You're not missing much. I wouldn't say you need to go back. I mean, Michelle watches it now. I like to watch it with her, but I would definitely, Josh, not say you and the man need to like pick it back up. It's not, there's too much other things to watch. Somebody made a good point. Sonberg. Yeah, I agree. I think Shogun could have won everything for sure. I was happy the 2 leads won, but I'm going to butcher his name, but Todanobu. I mean, Shogun was just stacked. I mean, they had who was
Todanobu Asano?
He was the guy. Remember, now MK Songbird, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was the guy, the right-hand man. Remember, he was going to stab himself in the water when he was in the water in the first episode, and that's what kind of got him to that whole scene. That's Todanobu. He was good. He was really good.
That guy was amazing. He was like one of the linchpin. He sometimes I didn't know like what his actual role was in the show, if that makes any sense. Like there was always something going on with her. I'm like, wait, what are they using him for? What's going on here? But the actor himself was fantastic. I think that a lot of the Emmys went to the right. If you're going, I mean, getting comedy series made me very happy, because I think Hacks perennially annually crushes it. That show is smart and well acted and just like very I mean, from a stand-up's perspective, whether young or old, it's very, very, very accurate. Like very accurate. And so I'm glad that they got some recognition. I'm glad that they won. I'm glad that Jean Smart is in that show because she's absolutely fantastic. And that show has in all of the episodes that they've done, they've never had like a poor episode.
No,
like it is good across the board. And in a really fun binge. Wiley OFC says, excited for a new Netflix show with Adam Brody, OC fan here. Nobody Wants This comes out Thursday. Don't know anything about it. Another one of these shows that like nobody promotes. The TV marketing. Does anybody even do TV marketing anymore?
It depends on the show, unless it's like a big major budget show, like a House of the Dragon. I feel like you don't really see any ads because I feel like, you and I watch a lot of sports. So unless you're watching NBA over the summer, they'll usually pair it with a big film like Deadpool or House of Dragon or football. And they're, it's all Amazon Prime on Thursday Night Football. You don't really see a lot of ads. Oh, Leo. Yeah, Leo. Good point, Leo. So that was another big surprise. Lamorne Morris for Fargo won. Like that was like, I mean, he was crying. He was shocked. He was fumbling over his speech. Like he was talking about being birthed from his mom. And he was like talking about coming out of her butt. He was funny. He was just nervous. He did not expect to win. That was a good win. That was a great win. Also, Josh, I want to highlight real quick before I forget, Will Smith, not rapper Will Smith, not slapping the Oscars Will Smith, but Will Smith from Slow Horses won writing for a drama series. Now, I know everybody loves Shogun. I do too. Shogun was one of my top shows, but I've been pushing Slow Horses on everybody, like watch Slow Horses. So the fact that he beat out Shogun and, everybody else was pretty impressive. That was cool.
I mean, I knew that when I see Slow Horses, David, whether it be nomination or win, there's only one person I think of, and it's you. Okay.
Thank you.
You know what? You and
I made this happen. I made this award come true.
Yeah. You if it wasn't for you, Slow Horses would not win Emmys. You are their champion, David. You are you're their Targaryen. You're there. You have fought your trial by combat for Slow Horses, David. Okay.
Very good. Kings, trust me, go type in Lamorne Morris. Well, after you're done with this on YouTube and watch his acceptance speech, he says some funny things. He was just nervous, but it was a good speech. I'm happy for him. And then Josh, Baby Reindeer did well, which was expected. Baby Reindeer won some of the bigger awards.
I think I'm going to have to watch this show just so I know what people are talking about.
Yeah,
I'm right. Like I have to watch this show.
Well, if you're in the mood for it, it's just heavy, but it's good.
Okay.
It's just it's a lot of trauma, type topics about trauma, and not done in the Menendez brothers way, where it's kind of like almost soap opera-y the way they tell the story. Like this is very visceral, but it's well done. I'm happy. The guy, and he was up there a few times. Gad, who won a couple awards for Baby Reindeer, and he was just very like, I loved his speeches. He praised John Hamm because in one of the categories he beat John Hamm. He's like, John Hamm, like you're one of my all-time favorites or whatever. So he gave some good acceptance speeches too.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will have to watch. And John Hamm was up for Best Supporting Actor, right? For Fargo.
John Hamm had two up for two. He was up for Fargo and for The Morning Show, and he didn't win. So in that one category, Gad won over him. But I mean, John Hamm, he already has an Emmy. He's fine. John Hamm is like, he's fine. He doesn't need anything. He's good. John Hamm's doing all right.
He's doing fine. He's
doing all right.
Fine. MK Songbird saying people need to catch up on industry. I'm doing it.
I'm a couple behind.
Okay. Can I say what happened? Can I tell you what happened, David? Okay.
Oh, wait, you're doing your, like, this is what the show's about thing without seeing it. Is what's happening?
No.
Oh,
okay. I started watching it. Okay.
Oh,
I started it.
Uh-oh.
I hate it.
Oh no. Is it because like everybody's bad? Like they're too nasty?
I don't think I like anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not good people. They're not good people.
But here's what I'm going to do. Because you love it. and there's people that are like our buddy MK Songbird and people in the chat of industry, you got to watch industry. We got to watch industry. I'm going to give it 3 episodes. Okay.
That's fair.
The main girl who it starts on, and like, she's clearly, I mean, this is from episode 1, 30 minutes in, like, she's clearly hasn't graduated from anywhere. She's lying about, having the credentials to, be there, whatever. She's cringy to me. I don't know. There's something going on with her and I don't like it. I don't know what it is. And then all the other people, like all the people in it, make me, it's very cringy. I don't like it. But maybe after 3 episodes, I will. But Jon Snow's not in it. Jon Snow.
Yeah, Leo. Leo's, but he is in season 3. He's in the new season. Yeah, he got a little ways to go for Jon Snow. Yeah. But Josh, I appreciate you tried it. You gave it a shot. You did try it. I appreciate it.
I'm going to continue to give it a shot, David. I promise. This for you. Okay. But I can't. I don't know. And I'm not sold after 30 minutes, to the point where, like, I was in Succession. I was sold in 15 minutes. If that's like what we're comparing this to, sort of, right? I don't know. That's everybody's. It's sort of like Succession, I guess. Not really. Not that I'm seeing so far. It's sort of like Billions. I was more hooked in Billions. Maybe it's because Damian Lewis is just like an amazing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know.
But I know we're getting almost 10 to 5. So I make sure. I know you talked about it a little bit, but I want to talk a little about the Penguin with you. Yeah, I want to talk Penguin with you.
Talk to me. Can I ask you a question?
Oh, yeah.
Question? Yeah. So Christina Milian or Kristen Milioti.
Incredible.
Was she in the Robert Pattinson Batman movie?
No.
Okay. All right.
Not that I remember. And I haven't seen that movie. I feel like it's been 3 years. I don't think it's been 3 years, but I haven't seen that in a long time, but no.
Because she says, maybe it's in the trailer, maybe it's in this, like, don't forget, I know what you did to me, kind of a thing. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, like, did we see what he did to her in the Batman? And I missed that.
No. Now, the only reason why I know I can give you this answer is because after the episode finished, I watched this season on the Penguin.
Yes, correct.
And they're going to show all the flashbacks. You're going to see him as a kid. You're going to see how it looks like he got her put away in Arkham. It looks like they're going to show all of that stuff. Like, what's the deal with his crazy mom? His mom's an awful. Talk about bad moms. Another bad mom. Awful. I mean, this show it's basically The Sopranos meets Batman.
Yeah.
She's Tony Soprano's mom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's Tony Soprano's mom. She's horrible.
Awful.
And it's like, it's not doing anything new, but I love the cast. I love the whole dynamic of, you see this in The Last of Us, you see it in Logan and Wolverine, where the old, probably not the best guy, not the best role model, dark background meets a naive young person, and they kind of form this relationship. And I want to make sure I get his name, have it here. Renzi Felice, the guy who plays Victor Aguilar, the young kid. I'm excited to see where their relationship goes. I mean, you see this kid, he's impressionable. He wants to, make something of himself. It seems like the Penguin is going to be his only father figure, which is kind of scary. But I love stories like that, where they put these kind of gruff, older people that are probably a bad influence, but they come together. I'm just curious to see where it's going to go. The pilot's kind of all over the first episode. I don't know where the story's going, but I love the cast enough that I want to keep watching it. I love like you said, Kristen's great. Colin Farrell's amazing. Clancy Brown is in it. I mean, the cast is stacked. So
and you can check out, I did like a quick little mini review right after I watched it, which I'm going to do for a bunch of shows, because David and I can go at length about it, but we tend to go on awesome tangents, and I never want to change the energy of this show ever. And like, there are certain shows that David may not watch that I do, and vice versa. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't think I was going to like this show as much as I did, even based off the pilot. And I love Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I didn't watch the movie. I didn't watch the Batman movie.
That's right. You said it was too dark. That's right. I remember that. Too much rain.
It was always raining.
Yeah, in this one, Josh, they go to the country and it's sunny. There's horses and suburbs and there's sun. There's no rain in some of the scenes.
Agreed. And I love the recruiting of the young boy that the Penguin does, right? It's like your typical, it's not typical. It's like your classic gangster tries to rob the gangster and he's like, well, now you're indebted to me, kid. And once you're in with the gangster, you're not getting out. Like it's not a thing, right? And so there's something cool about that. There's something terrifying about this world. But I never thought that like a man that ugly and weird and decrepit and he's driving. The one thing that makes no sense is his purple Maserati, but everybody's got their weird thing, right? Everybody's got their thing. Okay. And there's just like, again, and it goes to Colin Farrell, it goes to the writing, it goes to all the thing. You feel for him, you feel bad for him, even though he's a monster. You can't help but root for him, just like Tony Soprano. You can't help but root for Tony Soprano. And product of your environment, product of all the things. I said it in the review. It's very Donnie Brasco like. It's very Al Pacino, lefty in Donnie Brasco is like he's a bad guy. He's a bad dude, but he's also just a loser. And you feel bad for him. I've been rewatching The Sopranos. I'm on the season finale of season 1, and he talks. There's a scene in the therapist office where he's talking about them when they made fun of this kid because he had a cleft palate, and I can just see like the Penguin got made fun of his whole life, right? And he got in and he was not going to take shit. And he got, he's doing all the underworld things to try to become the boss because his whole life he's been just destroyed.
Yeah. And he's taking this, I guess he sees what he sees in Victor is he sees himself. Victor has a little bit of a stutter. He's, not confident. And I think it seems like Penguin wants to mold him into his image, which is a little scary. I'm curious to see what Victor, I mean, we know where the Penguin goes. Penguins, I don't think Colin Farrell's character is going to become a good guy ever.
No.
He's always going to be I want to be a kingpin, a bad guy. But I'm curious to see what Victor's going to do. Is he going to follow in his footsteps, or is he going to kind of break off? And like, I'm curious to see what role he plays in this story. But I mean, so far I'm in. I mean, you give me, I'm in.
I'm definitely in. Kingsport Cal, or Reefism. Classic Penguin has always worn purple. I know, like, and the purple, I get the purple of the car and like the Penguin is classic thing. And then Leo says, Josh Joel from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel alum in a whole new light. Yeah, him as the son of the mobster.
Yeah, Falcone. Was his name Anthony? His name's Anthony Falcone. No, one of the Falcones.
Alberto.
Oh, Alberto. That's it. Alberto. Yeah.
But I do love the female being the head of the family and her being like, a little off. Just a little off.
And she wears like a little thing on her neck. Did you notice she always has like so I wonder if she had, I don't know, been choked or tried to kill herself. Like she always has like a little collar on covering her neck. So I wonder what's going on there. I'm curious to learn more about her.
It's there's a lot to this character, man. I think it might be she was strangling herself like in Arkham from The Thing.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know, David. I don't know. It's a dark, dark world. All of these Batman worlds are always very dark, right?
And rainy. Dark and rainy. And rainy. Yep.
I will say the one thing that Gotham and the Batman movies have done really well in the last couple is create like especially the female villains have become are very like psychotic, yes, sociopathic, yes, all of that, but believably so. Not cartoonish, right? Not like your Jim Carreys or anything of those Batman eras, and not like you're like hearkening back to your Heath Ledgers and your Scarecrows a little bit. I thought Bane was it was way too, even though that one was shot in Pittsburgh, way too just like, right? But
theatricality. I was born in the dark.
He was born into this type. I can't do it. I'm terrible. Mine sounds more like Cleveland than it does Bane. Oh, hi, it's me, Bane. But the darkness and realness of these villains is like they do it really well, and that's what I really like about it. Because like in a comic book, this is not real world, but it's as close to like creepy real world comic book as we're ever gonna get.
And I think giving Colin Farrell, giving the Penguin, Oz, a mom, and like I'm trying. Sorry if we're spoiling stuff. I mean, there's small scenes, but just taking the kid around, showing him like everything. Also, too, his mistress, she's good. She was in True Detective season 3 with she was in 3 with Steven Dorff and Mahershala. Like she's in a brief scene. He goes to looks like a brothel of some kind or something, and she like that. I guess that's his girl. She's good. I'm excited to learn more about the show. I'm excited to watch more. It's good.
Kingsport Cow, Batman Forever was dope. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying that at that point in time, we were getting a very cartoonish Batman. Right, we were getting the cartoonish characters, we were getting the cartoonish villains. Like it was that era. This is different. It's just this is like feels very real as far as like really dark and dangerous people go. Right. And then Kingsport Cal, you should watch the Batman, Josh. Jeremiah Wise said this, and I feel like Reef or maybe MK Songbird said it up there, but also the mirrors, like he's saying that the young boy and the Penguin is sort of like Batman and Robin, but for the dark side.
That's good. I like that comparison. I was kind of going off on a tangent with like I'm thinking of Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us, or Wolverine, like Logan with the young girl. Just the whole bond between an older dominant figure who has a troubled past with the younger influential kid. They go on an adventure together and they both change each other, that kind of thing. Like it seems like that's where the story is going, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I'm with you. All right, David, I have to actually go chop down a tree. Yes, that's not a joke. And
is your house in danger? Is there something about to fall onto the house? Do you have to go?
We have part of this tree on our property is starting to creep over top of the driveway, and the delivery vans can't get by. So we have to chop it, and I want to chop it down because I hate it. But we started chopping it yesterday, and we're chopping some more. We got a real quick super chat in here from Brandon Summers. Macuga and David Griffin together again talking TV is amazing. We met you guys. Thanks, Brandon. We're gonna be back every other week if we can, and maybe if we have time, we'll do it every week. Maybe if there's some like crazy TV things going on and we want to come on and talk during the thing. We can't tell you it's going to be every this day. It's more like, hey, David, you want to do a TV talk, and we'll do it when we can. But we promise to try and be here more often. Doing all of the fun stuff again. And David, before we let the people go, what is your
I'm gonna go with actually it premiered last week, but I'm gonna go with Tulsa King season 2.
God, I love Tulsa King. Watch the premiere. I love this show, David.
It's so good. And it's only the first episode was like 39 minutes or something like that. It's short. It's just like once you watch it, it's over. I'm like, where'd it go? Where's the next episode? Love Tulsa King. Stallone's awesome. He's great. I love it. I mean, it's nothing special. You have Terrence Winters, one of the writers who was a big writer on Sopranos and Boardwalk Empire. So it has all of that feel to it, the Sopranos feel. I love it. It's great. Stallone's killing it. Like, watch Tulsa King. It's an easy watch. It's like 40 minutes an episode. Easy watch.
Outside of his like classic roles, Rocky, Demolition Man, those classic Stallone roles, right? Like in his heyday. Sorry, I should have said Rambo First Blood. Good Lord. Come on, Macuga. Like Rocky, Rambo, those kind of things. This is like my favorite latter day Stallone I've seen ever, maybe.
Yeah.
He is so good in Tulsa King. He's so good.
Yeah.
God, man. Tulsa King got lots of critical hate. I disagree, Yash Shrivastava.
I hate
it.
Yeah.
You've seen your film for the super chat. Very kind of you.
Mm-hmm.
Of the week is Elsbeth. Okay, now you're gonna be like, Josh, what's wrong with you?
No, I've heard good things about it. I've heard great things about it.
Yeah. Okay. So I know it's a procedural. Okay. I know it's network.
Is it a Good Wife spinoff?
What's that?
Is it a Good Wife spinoff? Isn't she a character from The Good Wife? It's a spinoff. I don't know.
David, I only watched the finale of Good Wife. So. But Amanda started watching it, and I started watching. I believe you can watch it on Netflix. I don't know where we're watching it, but I think it's Netflix.
I think it's CBS.
It's
So probably
CBS.
Paramount Plus, probably.
Might be Paramount Plus. Might be yeah.
Might be Netflix. Who knows?
It's a procedural about a woman who like solves crime because she's very observant but she's also like very silly and goofy and super charming. And I feel like if I was this I would be like Elsbeth. I'm like, oh wow, and yeah, I mean, it's dude, yeah. And Brandon Summers also love from Cleveland. Thank you, Brandon. Great to see you. Brandon, if you haven't seen, I interviewed head coach of the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski, right here on the channel. So if you want to check that out, you can. But check out Elsbeth. It's adorable. It's cute, and Amanda and I like it. So yeah.
It is a spinoff of The Good Wife. I checked. It's a spinoff.
It is. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. Elsbeth. There you go. And also this weekend, David, the President's Cup. And in golf, Penn State plays Illinois at night on Saturday. Okay. And both of our teams, David, going for 4-0.
Buffalo's prime time again for the third week in a row. We're doing Sunday night football. So we got Collinsworth. Like, oh, I tell you that Josh Allen. Oh man, he can throw that ball. Mike, I tell you, Mike, he can throw that ball.
Yes.
I like Chris Collinsworth. He makes me laugh.
I tell you, that's Josh Allen.
I tell you, that boy can throw that ball.
Yeah. Wait, Brandon Summers like saying, shut up, man. No, I swear to God. I interviewed Kevin Stefanski. He's on this channel. You think I'm lying? I'm not. Go ahead and check it out. Me and Kevin Stefanski had a really nice conversation. So, David, I love you. And I love everybody in chat, and I want everybody to choose positivity. It's an act of choice. Call somebody, text them, tell them you love them. It matters. It's ways you're loved and hate. Find the good, and we'll see you when we see you. David, just talk as I end the stream. Just tell people things.
If you need something to watch, it's Halloween time.